Okay. Hi, so I'm going to be talking about the respiratory system and the brainstem control centers. So our breathing is controlled by three different areas in our brainstem that's unconscious, so we're not really in control of. So if we just sort of very poorly draw our brain and everything, so we'll say this is our cortex. This is the front of the body, so that's where our face is. Here's our hair. Terrible drawing, I know, I'm sorry. And then, we've got all our brainstem areas. So this will be our pons. And then below our pons is our medulla oblongata. And so this is where the respiratory centers are, and there's three of them. So there's two in our medulla. There's the ventral, respiratory group. So that would be, towards the front, the face. And then there's a dorsal respiratory group. And then in the pons, it's called the pons respiratory group. So, this respiratory group. So the ventral respiratory group is the one that has the neurons that, so it's got two main sets of neurons. It's got ones for inspiration, so they're the inspiratory neurons, and then it's got the expiratory neurons. So basically when the inspiratory neurons are excited, it tells you to take a breath in. Those ones stop sending a signal, and the expiratory ones send a signal telling you to exhale. So those ones kind of flip back and forth, going off and on. The dorsal respiratory group, that one senses, so that one sort of plays an effect on the ventral respiratory group. It has chemoreceptors, and then it also has receptors for stretch, and then as well as irritants that enter in through the nasal system, and so they tell these ones to either speed up or slow down. The pons is sent messages from higher up in the brain, so in the cortex, thalamus regions, and it will send signals to the ventral to either speed up the process or slow down the process of taking a breath. So again, these ones just sort of affect the rhythm, but this is the one that sort of sets the main rhythm in the ventral respiratory group. Let's see. I'm going to say our brain, we do also have voluntary control of breathing, as I'm sure everyone at some point in time has held their breath or whatever. So you do have some voluntary control, and that's actually done in the motor cortex of the brain. So that's about it.